Hi guys, very good afternoon to you. In this video, we'll talk about a VBA program which will help us in exporting the Excel sheet in PDF. So many times, you require your data to be exported in PDF files. So if you are in that situation, this can be done very easily with the VBA. And we'll go step by step. I'll first write the code for you guys, or maybe I can first record the macro, and I can show you that by simply recording this a macro, you can actually get this output. So like in this case, I have these sheet. The first is VBA, which is my Excel sheet, and it has all the training which I actually teach, as many of you are already aware of this. So what I want to do is I want to export this sheet. I want to export this sheet in PDF, right? So a very simple way is to take the help of the macro editor, which is a very powerful. Again, when you want to learn, when you are a beginner, you can actually start writing your macros through the macro editor, and you can watch each code step by step. So what I'll do is I'll go to the developer tab. In case if you don't have this developer tab, please ensure that I'm using the Excel 2010. Go to the file option, and in this customized ribbon you should have this option on. If it is not, then just on this. And if you're using this Excel 2007, then I believe it is somewhere here on the top tab, somewhere in the top tab, and there you have a kind of this checkbox available. They show developer tab, so you can click that and it will be on. So methods are different, but the agenda is same, to have this developer tab on so that you can go to the Visual Basic environment, right? So what we will do is let's go ahead and create first of all record a macro. So I'm going to record a macro. So let me click on this record, and this I will save in my this workbook, and I'll name this as, let it be macro 2, no problem. And I don't need any description, that's fine. So I'll press OK. Now the macro is on the recording mode, so what I will do is I'll press the F12 key, or maybe you can use the file save as, and then we'll go to the desktop. I'll go to my desktop and I'll change this name to, let's say, I'll give the name ABC, and here you will have to change the extension. So change the extension to PDF. So now the PDF extension is there, and you have this abc.pdf. So this sheet will now export to a file which has extension PDF, and the name of the file would be ABC. So let me press save, and once you click on this save button, it has already saved that file on your desktop. So now just need to click on this stop button. So I'll stop the recording, and now we'll come to this the Visual Basic window, which is this window. Click on this, and over here go to this module. This is the macro which is generated by macro editor for me. You can see this code. It's a very simple code actually. So macro 2, the name which we defined there, and then from the range B4 it's selected, started running, and it says active sheet dot export as fixed format. The type is Excel type PDF, and here you'll get the file name as well. You can see here that the file name is abc.pdf, right, which we have given there when we are actually doing the save as option, right? Rest of the things are not really required, you can even delete them, but since it is a macro generated code, it's a code generated by the Excel for me, so that's fine. I'll leave this. Now let's try to run this and see if we have actually got this file or not, right? So ideally you should have got here, because we already ran this for the first time. So here in my desktop I have this abc.pdf. Let me open this and see if we, alright, very nice. So we have got all this sheet exported as a PDF, and see how simple it was, right? So that's very nice. I can close this, and now next time if you want to run this, maybe if you change this name to, let's say, a.pdf. Now let's hit the click, and let's see if we will get the file with the name E. So we are run, we are through. Now let me see in my desktop if we have this A file. Let me just minimize this. So I'll click A. Where is my a.pdf file? Yeah, it's there. Yeah, in the top of this my desktop. Let me just pull this down a little. Right, now let's open this and see. Yeah, bingo, you have this file here. Amazing, right? So that's quite simple. You can actually record a macro and you can do this, and every time you want a new file, you can actually, you know, come to this backend and on the backend side of Excel, and you can actually edit the file. Right now, this is a macro. Now, many of people, they ask me that what is the difference between macro and VBA. So this is a very good example. See, macro and VBA, I treat them as equal. There's no difference actually, because macro is also again a code and VBA is also again a code. But yes, some people try to say that macros are generally called when you record some macro, where Excel generates the VBA program for you, the coding, the programming language. Like in this case, we have not done anything. This is the code which is generated by the macro editor. So you may call it a macro, right? But again, I would say that this is almost like a VBA as well. Now, if I go ahead and write this program in my own language, that is again, you can say that people say that that is going to be actually a VBA program when you actually write your own codes. But again, that's not much of a difference. Again, you record the macro or you write the macro. VBA is a language, is a programming which is going to be used either by you or by the Excel. So I hope it clarifies, right? It's just, I think, a difference in the thought process. But otherwise, I think both are almost like same. The programming which you're going to use in the backend, that is called the VBA. So now this is done. Now it has many limitations actually. For example, if you want to just export this much of data, you want to convert this Excel sheet, this range in PDF, how will you do that? So in order to do that, you can even write your code, and we'll just cover that piece as well. Another thing is, if you have a sheet here where you have written something, this is also you want to export it. So how will you do that? Right now, you can run a loop, you can make a program for each, and for every sheet, that is going to export the data for you in the PDF format, right? Otherwise, through this macro editor, what you can do is you have to select this sheet which you want to export, and then now you need to click this, you need to run this, see what will happen. So this has run now. Let me go back to my desktop and check this file which has a name. That's my file. Let me open this and let's see if we have this sheet data exported as a PDF or not. Alright, so we are good. So you can see here that now this only the limited data I have. The reason being because when I ran this macro, I ensure that I should be on the sheet 1, and that's how this is actually automatically it has run this macro on this sheet, other than this on this VBA, right? So whichever sheet you will select, that code will run. So again, this is again kind of issue. What if you want to run this on every sheet? Like suppose I can create some more sheets over here, and I can copy this data and I can paste it here, and let's rename this. Let's give this name, let's say VBA 3, and this is my VBA 2, for example. And in VBA 3, let's do one thing. Let's add some more stuff. So we want to prepare a macro which actually works on each sheet and keep on giving us the new data. So we should have 3 files, 3 PDF files. So that can be done with the programming there. We would like to go ahead and create our own macro. So I'll go to the insert module, and there we'll write the program. So I'm going to write the program, and let's see how we can actually do that. So you can even do one thing. You can check this in the object browser if you're confused at this export property. This method belongs to which class. So you can write here export, and then this is the the format. This is the member which I will select. Now this is a part of chart class, I don't want that, so this is a part of range as well. So now you see that even a range can be exported, a specific range. I'll come to that point later. So far you can even export the entire workbook, and you can even export the worksheet. So under that worksheet class you have this method, which is export as fixed format. So we'll go ahead and we'll deal with the sheets, since we are going to deal with the sheets. So I'll go ahead and I'll again go to the Visual Basic environment, and I'll close this and I'll write the code over here. So let's write the code, and let's say export each sheet. This is what you actually want to do. So now what we'll do is, first of all, we'll declare a variable called WB, and we say that this is a part of this workbook class, and again WS, I'll give this is going to be my worksheet. This will have my worksheet class, so that I can access all the properties and the methods of my worksheet class. And thereafter, let's do one thing. Let's declare a variable as well called I as integer, and because we want to run a loop, let's see. I mean, I'm not sure yet, but we can prepare a kind of a code. So we'll say that for each worksheet in worksheets. Now this is a collection loop, remember guys, this is a already inbuilt code in the VBA. The only thing is you need to take care of is this WS. So this is a singular object, this is a worksheet, so I've defined this, and we'll run this code. Now for each sheet in this worksheet, what I want to do is I want to first of all get the name, right? Once I have the name, so I'll store that in the variable called Z. So let me define this Z as string. Okay, and I can run this code for you right now and show you what exactly I mean. So here you have a Z called VBA. Again it will run, and this time it will again have this VBA, VBA 2, and then VBA 3, right? So I have we can put the watch on this, that will help. Now let's run this and keep your eye over here on this Z parameter. So we have VBA, then we have VBA 2, then we have VBA 3. Alright, so that's what we exactly want to do. So once we are on that sheet, we would like to select that. Once I selected that sheet, what I exactly want is I want to export it to the PDF, right? So what I'll do is I'll say that ws.export as fixed format, and then you need the Excel type as PDF, right? Remember, this is the code which even a macro editor has generated. I can show you as a beginner. I mean, how will you learn? The macro which was recorded, it was on this module 2. You can see here. I can copy this for you. Okay, let me just copy this entire code for you. This is the code which we generated when we actually ran our macro. So let me just write here, and let's just comment this out. This is for your reference. Now you see here that this is the Excel PDF which I have defined here, and the next thing which I will do is the file name. So I want this to be, let's say, a.pdf. I'll put it in the quotes, right? That's it. Now you can even define these parameters, like you can write the type colon equals to, which you'll see here when I press this space, you see that type as. So you can write the type as well here. The type parameter you can write like this, type colon equals to, but that's not required, so I'll not just add the extra space. But when macro works, when editor works, it adds all the properties. Like in this case, it has even added those properties which are not required: ignore print area and open after publish, and blah blah stuff. So that's how I just wanted to show you. We don't need anything out of this. Now this is perfect. Now it is going to be exported in this A. Now the thing is, every time it will select the different sheet, and every time it will export this a.pdf. So how will you ensure that the files should be unique? So what you can do is, instead of this, write VBA PDF and give the index here as, let's say, we'll give this I, a value called I, right? We'll start this I over here so that we have a unique name, and I starts with the 1, and after that we'll have the I equals to I plus 1. So you'll have the 3 sheets with the name VBA PDF 1, VBA PDF 2, VBA.pdf 3, right? Because you have the 3 sheets here, right? So now I guess we are good to go. Let me show you. Let's just run this again. Okay, so for each has started now. Z has now VBA, so this will go to the VBA. I'm already on the VBA. This will be exported now to VBA.pdf, and the I will pick this one. So we will have now a VBA1 file on my desktop. Now I will change to 2, and again now this time Z is going to be VBA2, so I will be on my sheet this, as you can see here, and this will be exported again, and similarly I can export this again to VBA3. Alright, so we are through with this, and now let's check whether we have the files called VBA1, VBA2, VBA3. So I'm gonna search it. Alright, so here we have, yes, we made it. So let me just show you. So you have all the files here. That's the VBA1, that's the VBA2, and that's the VBA3. So let's open them and see if we have got the correct data or not. Alright, so it's working a little slow today. So that's fine. This has the entire data, sheet 1. I'm good to go with this. Perfect. Now let's see the VBA PDF 2. Alright, this is also good. That's what I was having in my sheet 2, and sheet 3. This is again good. Alright, so we are good to go. So you can see that you have exported 3 files, in just such a small macro. And now this for each is something which is a VBA which I have written. This can't be recorded in your macro, right? You can't write this for each. Macro editor doesn't generate this code for you, right? So these are the basics actually. So now we'll again go ahead and we'll see that what if you want to export a particular range. So you should be given a pop-up and you would be asked that which sheet you want to export, and in that sheet which range you want to export. So if I say that in this sheet I want to just export this only this piece, how can you do that? Is it possible? First of all, the question comes in our mind, is it possible really? Yeah, it's it's actually possible, because you are working on a VBA, and VBA can do anything. As far as Excel is around, you want to work on the Excel, you want to take the help, you want to work on any other applications, but it involves Excel. Everything is possible in VBA. Nothing is impossible in VBA. This is what I always say, right? So let's go ahead and create this wonderful code. What are we waiting for? So let me just quickly go to this, or maybe I can just simply copy this, and we can put this code over here, and we'll just do some changes. So export each sheet, will do the export range. Now when you want to do the export the range, obviously I will have to create a variable. I don't think so we require this this variable. We don't want to run, neither you want the for each. So let's just delete this. So I'll give the property called range. So I'll define that dim r as range, because I am looking for the range. Now your r has to be equals to application.input box, and there you'll say that you can prompt the user that select the range, and thereafter rest of the things I don't need that, except for the last parameter, which is type 8. The parameter I'll write 8, because 8 means that a range, it allows only range. It will not allow any text or value. You can go ahead and you can select this and press F1. You can take the Microsoft help, and let me press F1 and let me show you, but I will be very quick here, because this is not something which I would like to go in detail. So the moment you press F1, I'm sure the window will pop up. Yeah, so here you can see all these buttons, what this this actually means: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you write 0, then it allows formula. If you write 1, then it allows number, and similarly if you allow 8, it allows you a cell reference or a range. You can go through this. This is a very good article given by the Microsoft, and we should be very thankful to Microsoft for giving us this kind of a F1 help on the VBA. So before going to the Google, I always take the help from the Microsoft. In case if I don't see something which I'm looking for, then I give up and then I go to the Google. So now the next step which you want to do is simply come over here and say that r.export as format, and this is what you want, PDF. Sorry about that. I should be on my code. Sorry. Right, so I press this and a format, and then let me just do it again. I'm not seeing that option. Export format, and this is how I'll get this option PDF. And what I want to do is, let's say we want to create a PDF file called my name ajay.pdf, okay, on the desktop. Right, since I have opened this workbook in my desktop and running this automatically, I don't have to give the entire path. But in case if you want to save it somewhere else, maybe in document D drive, then give the complete path. Like for example, if you want to save it in the D drive, then give this path. It will save in the D drive, right? I'm not giving this, so by default it is taking as desktop. Now you might be wondering that what I did here is r.export. How this r is a variable, but how it actually use this, the function, the method, sorry, export. It has this export method. If I write here, because of the reason that I actually assigned this r variable as range, I given this range class. So in range class, remember in the beginning when I went to this object browser, there I showed you that export as fixed format can work on the chart class, can work on the range class, and can work on the workbook class and worksheet class as well. Worksheet example we already did. This time we are doing it range, so that's why we are giving this range class, right? So I hope that explains. This is what exactly even I teach in my trainings. The basics are the fundamentals, the foundation of your, the programming has to be very strong, and then you can be really awesome in Excel and VBA. So I guess we are good to go now. Let's hit on this and see what will happen. Alright, so we got the pop-up. Select the range. Now you have to select the range. So let's say I want this to be, exported into PDF. So I've selected only these 4 rows, right? Press OK. So we got the error here. Let's see what is the error. So it says object variable or with block variable not set. Let me debug this. Alright, so I forgot to write here set. I'm so sorry. Right, set, we are using set because it's an object. Objects are always given the values, using this set word. Now let's hit again F5, and this time I hope that we will be able to run this. So A3 to C13 I've selected, and there we go, bingo. So it must be ajay.pdf. I'm going back on my desktop and I'm going to open this Ajay file. Where is ajay.pdf? I can see that, so that's there in my desktop. Alright, so here the file is exported. Let's open this and see that whether we have got the required material or not. Right, very nice. So this is a fantastic, right? That's why I love VBA, right? And this you can't actually do in macro editor. So macro editor is a very good tool, right? And you can make its best use to learn your VBA, right? But that's also true that there are n number of codes which macro editor can't record for you. So you can use it only to the where you see actually that it can give you a good guidance. You can copy those codes and you can put it in your code, and eventually then you will end up making a very powerful codes. But as far as VBA is concerned, in VBA you can do each and everything. So this is what I did. Let me just rerun this because this looks so nice. So I just want to run this again. So it says now select the range. So I'll first of all, we should be on the desktop as well on this Excel file. Let me just cancel this, and let's first of all we are going to be on this Excel file. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, sorry about that. Something just came up. Right, so I'm gonna run this again and I'll show you. This time we'll run this and we'll get this range, select the range, and so let's say I want to select this sheet, and in this sheet I want to, let's say, select this only this range, right? So press OK, and now the code has run, as you can see. So let's go back and see this ajay.pdf. You can create a button. You don't have to go to the background. You can simply create a button and that button will run the macro for you. So you can see here that I have got this range in the PDF file. Wonderful, very nice. So you can create the button. I hope that you're aware how to create the button, but let me just quickly add the button here. So I'll go to the insert and the shapes. and I'll create this button and I'll right click on it and assign macros. So what is my macro name that I need to remember, which I guess I'm not. Alright, I think it was range. Let me check. No, yeah, it is not actually. Let me just come back and see what was the export range. Okay, that's my macro name. So export range, there we go. So now you can close this window. You don't require this VBA window. That's fine. Thank you so much. Your help is appreciated. Now click over here and you get this. So you want to get this PDF. Let's say I click on this C3 to C17 and press OK, and we are done. Go back and double click on this and there you go, right? So just leave out your comments, guys. Let me know where how do you see this video. It's a good video. Don't forget to click on the like, and if you don't like it, even then click on like. So just kidding. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It really helps. It supports me, and as you know, I always end up my video stating that these are all the playlists where you can see all the videos in my YouTube channel. There are 128 videos now. Watch all those videos on the VBA Access and MS Excel, and this is the category. You can check all these categories under this playlist, right? And similarly, you can go to my website over here, excelvbalover.com. Go to this tutorial. If you're looking for the Excel training, just click here and see the training content. If you're looking for the Excel videos, click on this video tutorial, and this is for the VBA training course, and this is what we have, the VBA video tutorial. So click on this. You will see all these videos through my website as well, right? So choice is yours whether you want to go to the YouTube or to my website, but you can watch all these videos. So these are all the videos. Don't forget to watch this video, connect MS Access with the Excel, which I have recently uploaded, how you can connect the MS Access with the Excel. So thank you so much, and don't forget again to subscribe, and I'll come up with some another exciting video. Till then, cheers, bye bye.